Well, that's a good question. I mean, the what's the same? I mean, on the on the coast in general, but specifically, I can only speak for LA, because that's the one place where I played as a professional. I can't really speak for the Bay Area, even though I grew up there, or the Seattle, or San Diego. You know, I mean, those have really vibrant scenes, I know, but my experience with LA was the musicians in general are really serious about music, and I think that I think the one thing that remains the same in both coasts is that the musicians that care about music, that they don't care about the job or getting a gig, they care about the music. Those are the people that end up working, you know, somewhat ironically, I guess, but that's just the reality. Is the people that really care about and protect the music and really put everything into that, as opposed to just trying to get a gig and hustle. And know the right people and all this stuff. It's more about, I think ultimately in the long run, if you reflect this sort of desire to make great music, and whether it's your own or somebody else's, you're going to get hired, and you're going to have a successful career in the music business. I think that totally carries over from New York to LA. Now, what's different about New York and LA? It's just there's a style of playing, I suppose, that every player is shaped by what they're doing. So when I started in LA, I was through my connections with my teacher, Bill Booth. I was able to play pretty quickly with some really great studio musicians. I don't know if they would want to be known as studio musicians because they're just musicians, but a lot of people that were working in the studios doing TV shows and whatnot. They were just really good at I mean, amazingly accurate players, amazingly accurate, and I think that in New York, you have that same kind of accuracy, but I don't know, it's approached differently. There's something, I don't know if it has to do with the weather or the living conditions or the general tradition and lineage of the music as it was shaped on each coast and as it came up, but there's a certain approach. I don't know if it's a dynamic approach or a percussive approach, but it's hard to describe, but if you listen to the Village Vanguard Orchestra next to, say, the Gordon Goodwin Big Band, which is those two big bands are very sort of prominent coastal big bands. I think you would hear what I mean. They're very different. They're very good, but they sound very different. I mean, it's everybody's ear is different, but I hear quality in both, but I hear different approaches in both. Hello, this is trombonist Alan Ferber, and for more videos, go to jazztimes.com.